Why would you need a bowl cozy? Hi, I'm Velma from Lori's Country Cottage, and I'm here today to show you how to make a bowl cozy. These little bowl cozies are so handy for the microwave, just to have a hot bowl. If you're sitting your table, you can set the bowl down on your table, no worry about harming the tabletop. Or if you're having a big bowl of ice cream, which sometimes we do, they're nice, the bowl's not cold, the cozy keeps it nice so you can hold the bowl. So we'll get started here and I'll show you how to make a bowl cozy. So first thing you're going to do, you need two pieces of fabric, two 10-inch squares, and two 10-inch pieces of cotton batting. Your fabric and your batting should be 100% cotton, and the reason for that is if you put them into the microwave, you don't want them to melt. The regular cotton batting does have a polyester scrim in it. I'm not sure how long it would take to melt it, but just to be on the safe side, use 100% cotton batting. We do sell 100% cotton batting in a 45-inch width here in the store. Unfortunately, we're out of it right now, but it is on order. So to get started, you're going to take your two 10-inch squares, layer them together with your 10-inch pieces of batting, and then you're going to take those two and you're going to sew corner to corner both ways on both pieces of fabrics. So then you'll have a piece that looks like this. And you can draw a line corner to corner if you like to be accurate. I just eyeballed it from corner to corner. It's not a big deal. It's a bowl cozy. So what you're going to do once you get those stitched is you're now going to take this piece and you're going to fold it in half, matching your two corners. And I just put a little clip here on the corner. These Wonder Clips are wonderful. So now we've got it folded in half. And what you're going to do is take a ruler, and we need to, on the folded edge, I'll move that up, on the folded edge we're going to draw in 1 inch and down 2. So I just took my little 1-inch ruler and I'm going to take a Sharpie or a washable pen, something that you can see, and just put a dot at the 1 inch and then measure down 2, and the 2 inch will be on the fold of your fabric. Then flip it around, in 1 inch, and oops, I did that wrong. In 1 inch and down 2. So once you've got that marked, then you can take your pen and draw a diagonal on both corners. And then you can unclip this, turn it the other way, and mark your other two sides. Once you've got those marked, it will now look like this. So you're going to stitch diagonally, you're making a dart, is basically what you're doing, on all 4 sides where you've drawn your, and now you'll have a piece that looks like this. So pretty soon your bowl cozy will be done. Now you're going to take and clip away the excess at the corners. On all 4 sides, and you're doing that on both of your pieces. So now you'll have 2, so once I had the darts in this one and the darts in this one, we now have a pair. Then you're going to take your pair, and I'll just go through this again and clip these corners off. And you don't have to be precise about this. So there we've got the outside. or the inside. It depends, whichever way you want to go. On some of my bowls here, I've got the same fabric inside and out. Some I've changed up like this one where I have two different colors. And you can flip them around once you get it made. If you decide you don't like the one that you'd picked for the outside, just turn it around to the inside. So now you've got your two bowls made. You're going to turn one inside out, so we put right sides together. And then I just took my clips and I clipped the corner. And here where you have your darts, I put one dart to one side and one to the other, and then put my clip there to hold them. That way your seams will be opposing and there won't be as much bulk there. And just go all the way around, matching your points. Now at this point, when you get it around, as you can see in my samples that we showed you, this one has points all the way around, which is what I'm doing here right now. If you decided that you would like one that looks more like a little petal, at this point you're going to take something round, and I did just use my bowl, and I laid it on my corner, and you're just going to draw a line around the corner, and when you're stitching, then you'll stitch in there and you'll cut that point off afterwards. So that's how the rounded one was made. So once you've got these clipped together, you're just going to put that under your sewing machine and stitch a 1/4 inch all the way down. When I get to the point here where the seams were opposing, it is kind of a little dip, so I stitch into the 1/4 inch, lift my presser foot, and then come around this way. The other thing you have to remember is that you want to leave an opening for turning. So I started just a little bit above the corner, went all the way around, and came just past this seam right here. You don't want to have to try to turn that into your seam allowance once we're finished. So just come a little ways past. Leave yourself about 2.5 inch opening there. So once you've got that all done and you're ready to stitch, I've made one here, magic of TV, so that we have it already turned. So now you're going to turn this right side out. And you are going to clip, if you make the square corner one, before you turn it, clip off those pointy corners. It'll just make them lie a little flatter. And I've got a purple fang here, which are very handy little tools to have in your sewing room. Just push that in to your piece and get that corner poked out there. You don't want to use a real sharp pair of scissors because you can poke out your corner. This pair of scissors I have a blunt end, so they work really nice for getting in there and pushing that corner out nice and flat. So you're going to go all the way around and do that. I did use this nice little tool that Grant Diamond has made for us, and we have them in the store. And it's nice for once you've got everything poked out, you can flatten your seams out. Get back in here with my purple fang and just push these corners out a little bit better. And the last one will be the shortest one because we stopped just slightly past the corner there. So once you've got all your corners poked out, then this little part right here, where your seam allowance needs to be set, just fold that in nicely. You can give it a press. I just used my clips again and just held it there in place until I got around there. So what you're going to do now is I started and I did a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. I'll show you on this yellow one, it's easier to see. I did a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around, and then I came back in and did a top stitch right at the very, very edge. And that will trap in that little bit of seam allowance that we have. And so once you do that, I just took my bowl and set it in there and just gave it a nice tug. And that gets it fitting around that bowl nicely. So as you can see, I have a few different sizes of bowls here. This one is a much larger casserole bowl, but you can see it still fits in there nicely. And it's a good one for if you've got a hot dish to set on your table, it'll protect your table. This size is, for our regular size little soup bowls, is nice, just it's got a handle more so that's nice that way. But as you can see, there's quite a variety of bowls that you can put into any of these. So we just have some show and tell here to show you too as well. Last How To Tuesday, Lori made some nice little placemats and she said she was going to get Frida to throw them on the quilting machine. Well, here they are, all finished. Aren't they beautiful? And this is our mystery that we've been placing out on our website every Monday. And here's mine almost finished. I still want to add a couple of borders to it. I find it's just a little bit small for a bed, but if you want just a nice lap size quilt, it's perfect this way too. It was a lot of fun, and if you're still interested, all the clues are still on our website. There's 7 clues, and yeah, just have some fun with it. It's just 5 different fabrics, I believe it was, and 1 yard of each. It was a lot of fun.